Now we're looking at the viewpoint of eSuba as Lucan slowly rolls into the city here in his mouse. Now switching across here to Annihilator and Coca-Collapse. GoHard on the red side defending, eSuba blue side attacking. eSuba also have this awesome white and blue camouflage, and this is hyper aggressive down the south side from eSuba.
Yeah, this double batch is going to cross straight over. We're going to have to see if GoHard can do a ton of damage to them because they should be set up for it.
They spot them out and immediately see Coca-Collapse and Annihilator putting on the brakes as Failware and Maga clip into Ukets. Ukets taking a lot of damage here. He's tracked. He just repaired all his modules at the moment. Now Maga and Failware on the reload. They've got to run. Ukets in combat didn't fire, so they're going to try and get a pick on one of these tanks.
Could kind of say that the shooting there from GoHard wasn't so good. Failware, I think, only connected 1 or 2 shots. Should have connected all 4 on that crossing if you're realistic. At least 3 to make it, you know, worth it. Now he's kind of stuck in a bad area. GoHard's going to now be forced to rotate away, like take that eastern side for them. Well, the eastern side being the 890 line, but Tomasek will be still there to spot them on. And Failware, like I said, he's in a bad position.
Failware taking a lot of damage here as a far check in the AMX-30 is also taking damage now as well. And this is interesting from eSuba. You can see that GoHard's got these 2 mouse and they're actually playing around it, taking advantage of the fact that even with the changes, they're still slow tanks and they can't actually come back in and rotate and help their team here.
I really think that GoHard's in a bad situation. When they started, they had over 16,000 HP. It's now even between the two. That means that eSuba has done already so much damage. And Tomasek is able to spot out a lot of the rotations here. He is getting out on time as well, which is crucial as there was a, I think it was Zafar even coming there, but Failware, I think it's going to go down.
Pratilicek coming round here, getting shots into him, and the rest of eSuba just swarming onto Failware, doing a lot of damage. Andrew gets the kill onto him, but look at this from GoHard as they're coming around as well. Maga now getting caught out as well.
And Maga's in trouble. I don't think he's going to get out of this. He has 2 shots available, but the combat comes over, gives him the first. He's going to take 2 more. He actually goes down. And this is great from eSuba. Yes, the HP is even, but there's 3.2k on the mouse as well. Not that much anymore on Collapse, though.
Caster Curse in effect, Daki, we both gave it to GoHard, and eSuba are the ones in complete control of this match. GoHard are on the defense. They're slowly advancing through the middle of the map, but eSuba can just flank round them and surround them.
Yeah, eSuba just needs to come in with their 50 Bs and do the damage, and Kaiser is going to be the first one to feel that pain. He's already dead. GoHard trying to make a commitment here, but it's not going to help him.
Lucan drops down in one of the mouses. GoHard do get a kill, but that's a huge amount of HP they just focused on. They're going to have to pull back and reload. But look at this. eSuba can pull back in relative safety right now, and GoHard only have 3 tanks left. Coca-Collapse charging in to try and do what he can, but he's going to get caught between a rock and a hard place. The shot's going to come from both sides. As Safarchik continues to take damage in the AMX-30, he can't bounce shots from anyone. He can't deflect shots. He's on fire, actually, in combat. Gets the kill there.
And now it's the 2 mouses left versus the entire team from eSuba. And yes, they have a lot of HP, but there's a lot of autoloaders coming.
Side armor, best armor at the moment as Coca-Collapse gets focused in his rear end and he goes down to combat. It's only Annihilator left and eSuba are taking this round 1 in style here, Daki. They still have 6 tanks on the board. They still have over 5k health and Annihilator is going down swinging, but he goes down to Pratilicek. And wow, eSuba absolutely dominant from the gate there.
Yeah, that was good stuff from eSuba, not that great from GoHard. They needed to punish that crossing in the beginning so much more. And then we said Failware was in a bad situation. He was terrible.
The shooting, both of them clipped out and they only landed 3.
Yeah, this was terrible from them. And I genuinely got to say it like it is sometimes. And they should have killed 1 guy crossing or at least made him low HP. Now, eSuba did it correctly. They pushed that side out. GoHard wasn't defending over there. They're just trying to do the damage, which they didn't. And then they lost a lot of HP. The rotations were spotted out by Tomasek and I think the mouse as well. And some other tanks, I mean, all they knew, they saw the entire rotation from GoHard. So they were like, okay, we're going to go kill Failware. We know Maga is supporting him, so we'll get 2 for the price of 1.
Yep.
And then GoHard tried to make a commitment with their mouses, but all their other tanks just died.
Let's have a look at the damage done in that round. So you came out on top. Pretty sure it was going to be eSuba coming out with a damage farm. Frawley with 4.2k damage there, 1 kill. Combat with 3.9 and 2 kills as well. There was a lot of HP for them to be able to shoot into.
Let's just say GoHard started with 16,000 in the beginning. And eSuba started with 13,000 and they kept like 5,000 alive. That's a lot of HP that was done by eSuba. And Frawley combat Chauffeur 2 with 4k is very rare. You see that especially on the same team. And then Andrew, the players that were highlighted in the beginning here, doing it for eSuba as it's supposed to be. And yeah, like we talked about, I mean, Zafar didn't get to do anything in this round. Failware, just 2 connections. That's not enough from a player of his caliber.
Yep, that was unfortunate. I mean, it looked like GoHard were going to go for the spicy mems there with 2 mows, but it looks like somebody forgot to put the spice in for the mems. Carry Barry will hold you responsible for that one, laddie. It was him that said we're going to see something different, you know, something potential. I'll give him that.
We'll see at least 1 mouse in the next round.
At least 1.
Maybe 2.
Okay.
Want to bet for it?
No.
I wish you would have bet with me in the last match.
No.
I really could have made you wear like 7 bow ties. I think.
Could have been like Rocky Rambo with a bow tie and a forehead.
I will bet to shave your beard.
But no, that's never going to happen. We're not going to do a bet like that. So it's a personal deal with myself. The beard only goes when I lose weight. Right now it hides the double chin. That's why the beard's long, you know? It's a smart move. I will shave it off, but I only have to lose weight first. It's just, sorry, folks, you know.
Come back in 2007.
Oh, 2007, actually. Yeah, we'll go back in time 10
I said
years.
2072.
2072. Come back in 2072.
You thought I was helping you there, but actually that would have worked as well. Perhaps in 2007, you know, there was less of you. But let's go back to Ghost Town.
Yes.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Well, you did think 1. You did think 2,
well,
Decky.
let's be real. I did warn before the match even started, like in the beginning, in the introduction. I warned for this, Ryan.
Okay. Not 1, not 2, but perhaps 3 mows on Ghost Town, ladies and gentlemen, coming out here.
It's not my 4 just yet. Like I said, that could happen. Because I said I think I can see 4 at one point. It's going to be 3.
Guys, we weren't quick enough to rotate the last time round. What can we do now? Let's make it even slower,
The thing is,
guys.
they don't need to rotate. They will push towards the number 1 base, most likely. They can also put the 3 mouse into the middle cap like the E100s used to do in the older meta, like we saw. But with the IS-7, with the IS-3 can shield the IS-7. Go in front of him, shield him. The IS-7 can play the cap, and the mouses can hold. All they have to do is hold and do the DPM. They have it available to them now. They need to just go in towards that alley and kill them.
Yeah. Now, this is an interesting thing as well. On the GoHard lineup, the mouse players are Kaizu, Carry Barry, and Coca-Cola. That's 3 of the players who are traditionally the top damage dealers for GoHard. They're normally the ones that do brilliant damage in autoloaders.
I'm thinking GoHard. I was debating with myself there for a few seconds. I'm still going to go with GoHard. I think AMX30 won't be that effective during this round. I think once the IS-7 gets on the cap with the IS-3, at least I thought the IS-3 was going to shield, but he's just going to hold. That might work out as well. They can trade a lot of HP for him. So they're just going to play with the IS-7 on the cap and the IS-3 here in a trap in the eSuba. I don't think they will be expecting this.
It's going to be horrible. UKS actually spots out Zafarchik there over in the IS-3. Zafarchik's going to just drop and make himself safe. Now, that's the only tank that they can see right now of GoHard, while the rest of the tanks from GoHard trundle to the north of the area. The mouse are actually split up at the moment, and we can see the viewpoint here of the AMX-30 just shooting at stuff in the base to actually destroy some of the cover there.
Yeah, he needs to take out those houses and such where you can sit behind and cap. They're just waiting for the mouses to take the area of the map they want to control, and then they will, yeah, how to say, then they'll put the IS-7 on the cap. Perhaps they'll use a mouse to shield him. There's a potential as well. I don't like it. I don't like it very much because of the fact that you're sacrificing a full tier 10 for it. It is a possibility here. I somehow doubt that they're going to do it, but it is a possibility. But now the IS-3 is rotating, which you can see on your minimap towards the 0 line so far, is doing that. So perhaps now they'll pull back the IS-3 and go back to doing what I thought they would do, and it's use the IS-3 as shield in front of the IS-7, which arguably I'd like a lot more than putting a mouse on there as well.
Yep.
Like, putting the IS-3 as a shield is fine, and it can work. We've seen it work. And then holding with these mouses, they need, for eSuba to win this, I think GoHard needs to make a few mistakes to begin with, like positioning-wise and taking free damage. And second of all, eSuba needs to hit all their shots. Like, you cannot bounce. Like, this FE of Tomasek, when he gets into the fight, he needs to do the DPM. He has to.
And Decky, here you go. You'll be happy to see it's the AMX, oh sorry, the IS-7 and
And a mouse as well. It's triple cap.
Triple cap pressure here. Now, what can they do? It starts off straight away at 37 seconds.
eSuba's not in position.
eSuba are going to have to rotate around, but eSuba are all at the south of the map and spread out in the middle here. This is going to be deadly for eSuba to try and come back into this. They're going to have to... Frawley's going to be the one to try and come over here. Combat has no vision. He's going to have to blind shoot at the moment. It's 20 seconds.
How much will Frawley take for this is the question.
Frawley, well, he's WZ, so he can take a hell of a punishment. There's a reset in Caribari. Nice one there coming out there. Actually reset into Annihilator, but Caribari shoots back into Frawley for 501. Now the rest of eSuba are coming back into this, Daki, but all the points are on Zafarchik. It's not Annihilator or Caribari, but Zafarchik actually has to move because now they came around Death Alley uncontested.
Yeah, they've done the damage already though. Look at the HP dropping for eSuba here. These mouses are paying dividend, you could say. They have less HP available to them. GoHard can trade where they want and it still be in their favor because of the extra HP available to them. Yes, Collapse took a lot, but look at the damage across the board towards the lineup from eSuba. The cap will still continue going on and Frawley is in trouble over here.
Now, Frawley is getting shot at by Caribari coming around the corner here. Caribari can now fully commit and he doesn't have to worry about being shot at by the AMX, although there is a parting shot there for him. Maga playing peekaboo here with UKS at the moment as we see a charge coming over from Failware into UKS as well, just trying to get him out of the game with a ram kill at the end. Failware actually taking a shot of him and Caribari just continues to bully Frawley here with the HP of the mouse and the shot, the damage coming out of the mouse as well. This is looking really rough for eSuba and GoHard are just pushing so aggressive against them.
I think it's going to be really bad for eSuba here as Barry, you cannot believe it, he's flanking with a mouse coming from the side. Oh, not in my lifetime have I seen this happening. Barry now on the flank. The 50Bs will have to use a lot of their ammunition to clip him out, and in the meantime, they'll lose everybody.
Caribari desperately trying to give himself an angle, trying to save his HP here at the moment as the two 50Bs clip into him. Yes, Caribari will go down, but look at this. The rest of GoHard can now come round that corner and punish these 50Bs. Andrew hits into Annihilator for his first shot, but takes 3 in return as Zafar and Annihilator continue to get the shots into him. Combat trying to sneak round the back. Maga desperate to push past Kaizu here because Maga has a full clip. He takes a little bit of damage doing so. Maga's now going to clip out into Combat. Combat is in a dangerous place. Whoa, Maga being a bit Zafarchik there and just going full-on tilt mode right into him.
Well, that was good from GoHard. Did predict the play. It wasn't like, I don't know how eSuba didn't read it that well. I think they got like really afraid when they spotted Zafar in that eastern side in the beginning.
They weren't sure.
They were like confused by what's going on because like they probably thought like, did I stay to shield onto the cap? I like what GoHard did. It was really good. I mean, eSuba was out of position for it. They had to commit Frawley. Barry was like, I'll chase him down in my mouse, boys. No problem. And then he flanked. Barry flanked in the mouse. I think that's the highlight of that round. Barry flanked it around.
Caribari saying there's going to be spicy memes, and what does he do? He flanks in a mouse.
Yeah, flanking in the mouse. But yeah, even without him flanking there, I think they were losing the trades everywhere. I mean, GoHard had so much HP in the end, and Kaizu.
I mean, we said at the start, it's Kaizu, Caribari, and we also had Coca-Collapse and the mouse being the top damage dealers usually for GoHard, and there they go. They've shown that they can do it even if they change tanks.
By the way, remember what our max damage is? It's something like 5.5 or something?
5.5 or 5.2 or something like that.
Something around there. This will be broken in
with
this
the mouse.
end of the season, I think.
Probably, yeah.
If somebody's going to carry hard, and it's like against 3 or 4 mouse, that's going to be broken. I think we might actually reach the magical cap of 6K.
That would be quite dank if somebody does that, actually. That would be quite impressive. I mean, 2.7 from Caribari there, 2.6 practically check, 2.5, 2.3, 2.3, and then a little bit of a fall-off down, 1.9. Second page, never really
nobody
much to
will
talk
do.
about.
The thing is, nobody will do little damage here. In rounds with 3 mouses, the standard, everything below, I think 1.5 and such will be considered not that great. When there's 3 mouse available, when there's this amount of HP available, I think 1.5 to maybe 1.2. Everything below that are considered not good.
The interesting thing is bar 1 kill, all the kills are on the first page as well. So it was the people who were right in the thick of it were picking up the kills as well.
We just need to put our damage boundaries a little bit higher now.
Yeah, definitely.
So where it's like in the past, like 1K or 1.5 now.
It's good. Yeah, it's good.
Anything,
2K is good.
Anything above anything below 1.5 is like with 3 mouses available to you, it's kind of arguably not that great.
They'll just be like, "Come on, he was face on to me." It's like, well, okay, we'll let it slide this time.
Yeah, but 3 mouses, not a super surprise. It was predicted.
Yep.
Wasn't sure it was going to happen today's broadcast because, like we said, either teams are going to stick to their same old, what they've trained and adapt after. But it seemed like GoHard did already think about how they're going to approach this, how they're going to use the mouses and such.
Yep, now we're going to be going into Cliff. More of an open map this time, and well, let's have a look at the lineups and see what's going to be used from both teams. Are we going to see anything unusual? Is it going to be standard Cliff picks?
Yeah, pretty standard here. Suba going with the Kranwagen. It's a pick we've seen already throughout this season. It's good for getting on towards the hill and bullying somebody off. Combine that with an RT to do a 1-2 punch combination onto anybody from GoHard that wants to contest that hill area. Yeah, GoHard going with the standard lineup though. Ru, TVP, Batchats is behind it. They can play however they want it. I mean, it's just a question how do they want to do it. Because they see Kranwagen, they might decide that they want to take like 1-2 line or something like that. Take quick 1-2 line control, because when you have that heavy tank available to the enemy side with the RD as well, you don't really want to contest on the hill.
Well, yeah, I mean, Kranwagen's only came in recently, so it's something that's starting to be picked up more and more on Cliff. It can be good positional, yeah. It's good to see that teams are rotating and bringing in new tanks.
I mean, in the last 6 months in the game itself, a lot of new tanks.
This has changed up a lot of tactics.
2 Swedish 3s, now the new German 3. There's a lot of new tanks.
It's a lot for players to deal with, actually. You know, it's usually they have quite a consistent season.
Yeah.
Well, let's jump into this round here on Cliff and see who's going to take the lead. Currently, the teams are all tied 1-1. Who's going to take the next one? Okay, now we see eSuba on the blue side with the blue, white and black camouflage. GoHard are on the red side. They have the awesome purple and black camouflage. And Pratilicek doing a little boost here, Daki, with combat.
And we'll get the RT on a more elevated position, so he gets even more angle. Can shoot from even higher. You can even climb up in the one line. We've seen that happen as well. As expected, GoHard here is going to take some 1-2 line control because they have to. They have to take it. They've put Barry and Maga across the middle, and then they've climbed with 2 more tanks to make sure they have it. And they need to be careful here for Artie.
Frawley taking a bit of damage there already from a shot from one of the tanks, and you can see here that the artillery piece of combat is looking back and forth for someone to shoot at, and Annihilator has to be careful here because he knows that somebody's over in that area, and he could blind shot into Maga or Caribari.
Some good stuff though from GoHard to begin with. I mean, you know that they realistically have to take that 1-2 line against this lineup from eSuba. RT comes in though, 725.
725 there onto the head of Maga. He's going to feel that one. Now,
I was wondering it, like I was seeing Maga spot it, I was like, when is he going to shoot?
When's he going to take the shot? But it was good. It was good aiming from him, good prediction, and the connection there. So damage come back, but look at this. UK actually takes the damage there, and he gets his gun damage, so he immediately has to repair that. So he's already used his repair pack. Yeah,
GoHard is desperately trying to push UKets away from that position so that they have no more spotter there that can tell when they're leaving, when they're crossing the middle, to make the rotations easier. But look at what eSuba is doing here across the eastern side.
This is very similar to what we just saw from Gunrunners doing earlier on against Utopia, but they're actually doing this to do a hill climb Daki up the backside.
Tomasek is going a little bit more aggressive though. This is the second time Andrew's doing this. I don't know why he dropped off the first time. Andrew?
Maybe he's not sure of this area. It is a difficult one, this one, if you're not done it before.
It's actually really... I'm not sure if he's trying to do some alternate, but if you want to do the normal, he kind of just has to turn around and drive forward.
Drive the other way. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm thinking. Maybe he's just not got practice with that side climb before. And so he's like one of these, people climb up this way, I'll just go, I don't know where I'm going. Tomasek spotted, takes damage from the top of the hill. Andrew is spotted as well, but Zafarchik is actually spotted as well, Daki, and he takes some damage on the side of GoHard. As we're watching again from Andrew, I think he's given up on this one. I don't think he's going to try it for a third time.
Probably Frawley is going to show him how to do it.
Actually, no, I'm wrong. Andrew's going for a third time. He gets himself spotted at the same time.
With the rotation coming out from GoHard here, I think they're going to make the push, and I wonder how eSuba is going to react to this.
This is a hyper-aggressive push, actually, from GoHard. They are going right into eSuba, and let's see how eSuba can actually fight this one out, Daki, and listen into their team speak.
Já si sem jdu na hold down.
OK.
Mášku pozor.
Já mám 3.
Já tam najmůžu 15.
Najel?
Vystřeluji 2, ne? Já na něj můžu 10. Počkej, 10 a pošlu to tam, jo? Nabím. 5. Pojď. Počkáme na kombata shot. Jede sem další, já nabiju.
Mám
Ledí
jednu.
jednu.
Přebijím.
No, tak dole.
Baťák.
Kručko, za tebou.
Kajzu ven.
Pěkně,
Kajzu
pěkně.
dvě venku.
Failera. Failera, potřebujeme pomoc.
Kajzu 3 venku. Kajzu 4
Failver
venku.
2.
3
Tři.
venku, 4 venku.
Já Failera
Pojď tam
zabiju.
prostě.
Failera
Já nabiju.
zabiju.
Hej, pojďte push na tohle,
Jo,
Baťák.
Já
tohle
nabijím
si, tohle si
ještě.
řešte.
20
Hej, prvně
mám 2.
Coca-Cola nabije.
TV po sežeru, TV po moje.
Já mám jenom jednu, dám
Ten
si.
bad odjíždí.
Myslím, že si řaďuka, jo?
10.
Nice.
Tak já si vezmu
Zabiju
heal, jo?
Failera, zabiju.
Vezmu si heal.
Mám jednu.
Nice.
Tam ten baťák je na ránu, jo? Nabiju.
Nice, boys.
Tak ravní se o mě.
Okay, so Daki, you want to highlight exactly what went wrong there for GoHard?
Well, they stopped behind the rock and Froley came hold down towards them. And then the rest of the team just kind of shot them down as they peeked behind the rock. And the result is here. GoHard. Oh!
Finishing on an ammo rack there.
But guys, I'm right looking for 1.6, I think. So, rip.
Kaizu going down swinging. Is he just going to drive off the edge and survive? No, I would have just gone down the bottom there if I was him. Froley getting the kill on Kaizu, and yeah, we thought there was going to be a massive push there from GoHard. We thought GoHard were going to be in full control, and he drove up and
I think
stopped.
if they keep pushing that, they can actually win that round. I mean, if they push past the Crown Wagon, make him turn his turret, which he will have to, then the other Batcha that stops behind the rock could possibly shoot in towards it. I really think stopping behind the rock like is insta-loss. Because Froley, you could hear, they said something about hold down. Okay, we can understand that much.
I can go hold down, I think, is what
I
Froley was
think
saying.
they said Froley go hold down,
Yeah.
something like that. Or Froley said I'm going to go hold down because I didn't recognize his voice. But he drove further, and then he was hold down. And GoHard was just peeking behind the rock, and the crossfire angles were there. I really think they needed to commit if they wanted to play like that. They needed to make the Kranwagen turn, make him not be able to go hold down, make him not be able to do those shots, kill him, kill the next bad shot. And yeah, if they lose 2 bad shots for that, sure. But it's better than losing 3 for nothing.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. And for the second time this evening, GoHard find himself match point down against the eSuba here. Now, top damage coming out Kaizu with that ammo rack, I guess. I mean, Daki, you can maybe have a quick check of that and see how much he did there. 3.6k damage is quite nice. Froley in the Kranwagen doing 3.2 and picking up 2 kills. Then we have Pratilicek right behind him on 2.2 with 2 kills. I mean, the damage fall off from second to third is quite significant. Combat actually doing well in 6th place there on the artillery. We saw him taking out Maga as well.
Yeah, not bad there whatsoever. I mean, Maga only took 2 penetrations, which means that he got 1 shot for that entire HP from...
He got hit 700, and then the next one was artillery as well, so he got 2 shotted by artillery.
Well, yeah, pretty much, yes.
And then I guess that's all combat did.
Pretty much what only what combat did. Lukin took a lot more shots though, but still. Yeah, no, it's not that great from GoHard. I think they needed, and I really stand by that they needed to commit, which might have still resulted into a loss, but might have resulted into them winning. Because if they can do it right, if they can focus Froley before he does that absolutely ridiculous amount of damage for Cliff, then Failware would come in with a full clip as well from behind, and he could sit behind the rock, cover them as they push in, do more damage. Yeah, I don't know. Stopping behind that rock really just lost them the game.
Yeah, because they had to keep peeking. Every time they were peeking, they were taking 2
Barry
shots for
took
the
like
1 shot they were getting
1.3
out.
when he peaked, so...
Unfortunate. Now the teams are going to swap positions now. We're going to see GoHard now going on to the attack. We're going to see eSuba defending. Let's have a look at the lineups and see the vehicles that the teams are going to be bringing with them as well. Now, Daki, fairly standard, but a T62A coming out here for eSuba.
This is like eSuba from beginning of the season again with the T62A, which they leave in B2, B3 position. Let's see if they're going to do that, but that was a little bit of a mind game saying, GoHard, remember this? GoHard standard lineup, though, I mean, are you, Tomasek, T49 is going to be a crucial factor here again for me. He needs to do his damage as well, because we see T49s that can bring the round towards their team. Yeah,
if they can land two big shots, it can be very vital when the team fight starts. Let's jump into the action. GoHard on the red side and eSuba on the blue side. GoHard attacking into eSuba defending. Now, eSuba sticking mainly together here, Daki, and GoHard are actually pushing the 1-2 line super hard here.
Yeah, they want to take over 1-2 line quickly, and it will work out for them. They have a lot of bad shots there, and a TVP even. So they have 5 tanks there, 2 tanks going towards the eastern side. Taking a 1-2 line here is good for them. They have actually boosted Pratilicek in the T62A.
Tomasek gets spotted, so he's not going to be in the position to be able to get a snapshot off at one of these
Yeah,
bad
but
shots.
Pratilicek might get the constant fire on towards him, though, if he spots them out, because he's on the 1 line, on A1, B1. He can actually shoot down and towards the 1-2 line if he has those spots, which they currently don't.
And in the middle, we saw Lukin and Kaizu spotting each other out in the middle area. But right now, yep, kind of slow. Tomasek going to drop back down off that hill area. Actually, he's going further around Daki, trying to get a little peek onto someone
He
here.
just wants to take this bush over here because kind of works out better for what he wants to do, because he can spot both 1-2 line and the middle. From there, he can peek behind it and spot 1-2 line and hope Retalicek can do some connections on towards that. That's going to be interesting to see if they can do it, because we haven't seen a T62A up here. The question is, can he actually make it work from here?
Yep, indeed. Now Maga and Coca-Cola we're pushing a little bit further around, but they've stopped now in this area. And GoHard are just kept trying to bait eSuba, it looks like, into making some kind of move into their gun lines. Froley pushing further up onto the hill.
Froley gets spotted here, though. I mean, there's 4 bad shots, I think, waiting for him. Well, they were waiting on the next corner, and perhaps they can do the damage if he rolls off when a tank from GoHard decides to take that hill.
But Karibari and Nile are actually going to reposition Daki and just go a bit further south. Nope, looks like they're perhaps not sure. They're debating what they want to do.
Let's see what they do, though. If they push 1-2 line, I think it's not going to be that great for them, because Retalicek will get a lot of shots in before they can actually take him down. It's gonna... Where's Barry and Nile going?
Backing off, there's a
They're
Retalicek.
dropping off. They're dropping off so they make sure that they not get hit. They've dropped off of the side of the hill there. The reason they don't want to cross the middle is because you get spotted doing so by Tomasek. And why they don't want to drive through 1-2 line is because if there's somebody in C1, he'll spot them as well.
And Froley's spotted, he's backing, he's peeking, but he's not going to see Karibari and Annihilator. Are they going to come over and start the hill climb themselves, Daki?
They should start the hill climb. Froley now gets spotted out. He knows he will have to leave soon because he knows he can't fight on that hill because it's easier accessible towards the attacker's side. When Barry and Annihilator get up there, Froley will be forced off, and then we'll have to see what GoHard's final move will be.
Karibari being the first one round this area. This is where I said previously around that I can't remember what Tank did it, but he carried way too much speed, just that area where Annihilator is, a slid off to the right. Smoothly done here by Karibari. Just as I say that, cast a curse, Karibari doesn't make that bit.
It's fine, he can still make that pretty easily. Nile did it in the meantime as well, so not much time lost there. Barry just needs to, well, as I say
Nile.
that.
Oh, Nile. Cast a curse, Daki. Cast a curse. Karibari finally gets up to the area where he wants to get up to. So not always an easy climb, that area, but after the changes to the new physics, it is possible to get up to areas like that. And Froley is still playing king of the castle at the moment on his little lighthouse, but at some point he's going to get dethroned. Kaizu just waiting to shoot him, and depending on the way that Froley goes, there's going to be crossfire from GoHard as well, so he has to be careful when he moves from this area.
But if you look at the positioning now coming out from GoHard, they're now rotating with the rest of their team as well, except for Maga in that bad shot. Collapse is doing the back climb here, so he can support on towards the middle. He's probably going to take that higher area, or he's going to go with Phil, where one of the 2 options are available towards him. GoHard, it looks like backing off from 1-2 line kind of says that at one point they want to drive 9-0 line, something similar to what we saw Gunrunners do.
Come all the way around there. Gathering everyone up down the south and southeast of the map at the moment. You see Coca-Cola and Fairware, from their point of view, driving around here, Daki, and I think they could catch Froley in combat potentially here with their pants down, just like we saw in the previous round when eSuba did this to Utopia.
Well, Combat and Froley don't have to fight, they just have to make sure that they can back off. I mean, guys just taking some damage though.
Kaizu peeked and takes 2 shots there as he backs off. Now Froley is surviving. Froley didn't even clip out, so that was shots that looked like from Andrew or Ukets. Probably Ukets actually given that position there. Yeah,
it was Ukets from the back lines doing the connections in the TVP. GoHard don't know he's there, but there comes the move along the eastern side.
So they're starting to push around the side here as well. Combat does spot it out. Annihilator's now up on the hill as well. And GoHard are grouped up really strong here. And Daki on the corner. What do you think?
I think it's maybe interesting to see what GoHard's going to say about this.
Yep, let's listen into their team speak. Well, GoHard are super quiet at the moment. And there's the kill. Maga gets the kill on Tomasek in the T49. And the fight is carrying on here as Andrew is getting the kill on Maga.
Finish.
I'll finish.
You kill him?
This budget -3, guys.
Next, guys.
This budget -3. This budget maybe
Fail, let go.
kill
I have 1 shot only. Guys, look in, cut there. Dispatched reload. Looking.
I'm also on reload now.
Get up. TV
Guys,
one,
need
TV 5
fast to
seconds,
kill
TV
this
5
Russian
seconds.
On reload.
Play to
We have not
you
to
have
fight.
more HP.
I'm dead here.
TV still reloading.
Guys,
you
This
reload.
guy's going
I'm
to the middle
dead.
fast. Just going to the reload.
I can't move, man. This guy's
On
not
reload
solid
now.
Guys, who
15
have more HP?
20
Don't
seconds.
HP, please.
TVP
Don't lose
Kade,
HP.
1 or Kade?
Has one, yeah.
Guys,
You
we
need
have
to-
to reload.
you need to push these guys.
Guys, I'll push in here.
Barry, reload,
20
Barry,
seconds.
Barry's
Yeah,
low. Wait for
10
Barry,
seconds.
wait for Barry, wait for Barry, wait for
No,
Barry.
no, no.
You kill the Betched. You don't
I have 5
give a fuck
second
about
color.
6 to 8.
Go,
Don't
go,
give a
go,
fuck
fail,
about
don't
6.
stop.
Okay, I'll go from the top. I'll proxy. Fertility check.
They need to kill all the tank, guys. We have about 10
Five minus
seconds
one.
well. TVP reload.
TV,
He's shot.
2 minus.
Just kill him back.
Nice,
Kill him
Barry.
back.
Nice, nice,
No.
nice, Barry.
You kill him
Next,
back.
next,
Push,
next,
push,
next,
push.
Nice,
next,
very nice.
next,
Push,
next,
push.
next.
Guys, careful from the TVP.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
can we go from here, maybe?
Go to corner, go to fairway, go to corner, push the corner.
And
I
I'm
can
going
kill
with
Andrew.
you.
I
I'm
can
going
kill
with
Guys,
you.
please stop, please
Nice,
stop.
Nice,
Nice, Barry, nice.
Have one.
Let's get down, please.
TV,
Yeah, I'm going.
Don't wait.
Minus 1. 2p
Guys,
minus
Barry,
2.
play to
Guys,
end.
you push, you need to
Animal
go.
go.
They still kill me.
You want not, Barry.
TVP minus one more.
Я не
Barry,
вижу
you
вообще
can't
никого.
finish.
Guys,
Low,
guys,
guys.
guys.
Fuck.
Barry reloading. Зафар, не
kill
упарывайся.
Betched,
Зов, Барри КД.
Бля,
Зов, жди.
пиздец. Мы...
Тихо.
Nice.
How many seconds?
We can go in just from here and
Push,
kill
guys.
this 62.
Zafar, take shots, take shots.
Ждите,
No, no, no,
Barry,
wait,
Barry,
wait,
Reload,
wait.
Barry, reload. Блядь.
Тихо, тихо. Ждите,
Коллапсе,
Barry,
надо
ребят,
здесь
копай.
остаться, что двойка зацелить.
Не-
He's
не
full
пикай,
HP, Zafar,
нахуй.
you need to support him when he comes. He's gonna
Я
push.
не
Yeah,
думаю, что я
understand,
смогу
guys.
тянуть.
Barry need going with me here.
Мне кажется,
We
он
need to kill
сейчас не
662
чекнет,
and TVP need to aim him from face. He will... Need to do it, guys. Need to do
I
it
may
fast.
assist TikTok. No.
За камнем, вон, зов, за камнем. Ты
Я
вот
понимаю,
подсели.
что за камень, что я должен от него принимать. Но мы пососали, типа. You're just going to the stone, Barry. To the stone here, to the stone and kill.
Сколько играем, он в него играет.
Так смысл, у меня сейчас точно так же снесет, выйдет просто на пол КД.
Блядь, что сложно вдохать?
And well, that looked to be comfortably going to GoHard, Daki, and they kind of thrown it away here at the end.
Kinda? What kinda are we talking about here? I mean,
I'm trying to, you know, be kind here, but
I am not going to be kind about this one.
their team speak was like, you heard them, guys, talk to each other, be clear.
You know I'm
And
not going to
then-
be
and
kind
then-
about this one, Ryan.
And then, basically, is how it went.
This is failware.
Yeah, failware. Oh my god. Yeah, okay.
Failware was full HP. Failware drove down the middle. Failware had no need to be in the middle.
Don't
drive-
be like failware.
Don't be like failware. God damn it, you stole it. You knew I was going to do that exactly. Don't be like failware. Be responsible. Save your HP for the next fight.
Obviously, we talk amongst ourselves when the team speak is on, and we both pretty much said the exact same thing when failware drove out and open.
What was it
and
again?
I'm kind of glad it wasn't audible as well, because a lot of people would have gone, I think it was, what the...
Yeah,
both
honestly,
of us were like-
GoHard was doing the right things there. I'd say, I mean, when they side and then they came back, I mean, Failware had all the HP. There was no need for him. It was Pratelicek and Ukets. All they had to do is like control them and send somebody around the 1-2 line. Pratelicek's position is not an invincible position. Yes, it's strong for a T62A. Yes, he did a lot of damage here. Yes, Ukets did a lot of damage as well. Nice, all cool and well, but the thing is here, all they had to do is send a low HP. Even Zafar and the Rue could have done it. They just need to control the T62A, set up the crossfire angles, take the hill back, and spot if the T62A tries to peek. That's all they need to do. That's it. That's all of it. And if they do that, Zafar goes towards the 1-2 line, and from 1-2 line, you can shoot that position if he goes up a little bit. You can also spot Ukets.
Yeah.
So they can force Ukets to leave his position or go lower side. And if he pushes Zafar, who's then in the 1-2 line, then they kill Pratelicek with Failware. And it's just really bad. They needed to, at that moment in time, they needed to slow down the game. They needed to slow it down, like stop it completely, just wait and start doing rotations. And they had the tanks for it. Was 1 or 2 guys in 1-2 line.
Yep.
1 is enough because Ukets has to leave the position.
And here's the thing, eSuba taking both rounds now are now 3-1 up here against GoHard. Now you still think GoHard can come back into this? If they do, the score's all set for a previous score of 5-3.
Yeah.
If not, and it goes into tiebreakers, GoHard are going to be kicking themselves because although it's a point won, it's also potentially a point lost when you look at it that
I really
way.
don't think they want tiebreaker here.
Well, they definitely don't want tiebreaker, but
I really think they need to come back here to show some mental restraint. Honestly, like that last round, It's very rarely you see
They looked really ropey
you
there.
see somebody's brain shut down like that. Like
Yeah, I mean, it feels like
it's a
maybe he was trying to just type something to his friends, and he had like
literally
W still on.
it's literally like a 5 to 10 second just brain shut
Yeah,
down.
he might have hit enter, and then when he was trying to like turn, he just had like W, and that was it. He was gone.
It's going to be Himmelsdorf now, so hopefully.
Yeah, let's actually see the vehicles here and see. I mean, there is some spicy memes with a mouse being used. We've seen mouses being used before, though, in Himmelsdorf, so nothing too exceptional here, really.
Yeah, no. GoHard actually brought more mouses on this map already, so not a super big surprise coming out from them.
eSuba going with double TVs, though.
eSuba's lineup kind of says that they want to go over the hill. Kind of says zero line into A-line cap of that sort. So we're going to have to see how GoHard decides to block that off, though, because I think this was even... eSuba did a similar thing when they played against GoHard, and it was Skarium playing the mouse, and he overpeaked so much, and GoHard almost lost the round because of that.
Okay, well, let's see who's going to take this one. Will it be eSuba or will it be GoHard? We're going to jump into the first time here on Himmelsdorf.
Himmelsdorf, a small city map. The teams start the battle in opposite corners. Both bases are located close to each other, but in a way that you can't stay on the defensive all the time. The main attack routes pass through the hill, the alley and the railroad, but in general, the attack can be successfully executed through any part of the map. Heavy tanks and tank destroyers with powerful guns run the show here. However, a lot depends on the mobile light tanks.
And that is the intro video for Himmelsdorf. We just wanted to show you guys that just before we get into the map.
Let's make sure everybody knows what map it is before we go into it.
We want to once again show you guys the Waffle E100. Pour a drink out for our fallen comrades. No longer in use anymore. It's been retired. It is gone.
Still in my garage.
Still in your garage? No, it's not.
I never take it out for a ride, you know, but it's still there.
Just open the door, look at it longingly, close the door again.
Exactly.
Like your Conqueror gun carriage.
I know, I sometimes play that.
Are you still trying to free market?
No, I don't have the credits for that.
For the repair cost, not for the
yeah, for the it's very expensive to repair it.
Yeah. Now we see a mouse being used here from, I believe, GoHard. Yep. And eSuba going with this double TD.
Honestly, like this entire setup really reminds me of the way they played last time against each other. Was it the first or the second time? I think it was the second time even.
It was when it was 5-3.
Yes. And Skarium was playing the mouse. eSuba had a similar lineup to this, and Skarium got wrecked in the mouse. GoHard eventually won the round, though, by the slither of their teeth. It was like this close. It was like this close. Ryan knows exactly what that means. Exactly.
How many people find
this feels like a deja vu. Yeah, but if you
Does
enlarge
it feel like deja vu?
if you enlarge this, you know, it becomes very big.
Does it feel like deja vu?
It feels like a deja vu moment, yes.
Does it feel like deja vu?
Yes. Great joke, Ryan.
Let's jump into Himmelsdorf here, Daki, and see how this one's going to go. Are eSuba going to be able to go on to match point, or are GoHard going to bring it back to 3-2? Now, GoHard are going to be rocked a little bit. They're going to be, you know, a little bit upset, but they are easily one of the two teams in the league that can come back from this. The other team being, I would say, Ding can, you know, bounce back. Or Ding can actually go full on tilt and lose 4-5, as we've seen against Krasnokru.
They have done some comebacks, so I'm not worried just yet for GoHard. I'm only going to be worried if it comes 4-1. That's when I won't be worried. But I think so far, I think GoHard has the experience in this season to make it work, to make it stick. I really don't think there should be so much pressure on that team, because we've listened into the team when it was in this situation, and it still sounded fine. So I'm not worried. I'm not worried.
Yeah, I mean, they were encouraging each other to talk to each other. You could hear that they were a bit frustrated, but they didn't turn on each other, as we have heard with other team speaks in the past, and that certainly doesn't add to a friendly atmosphere or a positive atmosphere. But on the flip side, sometimes people just need a good kick up the rear end to get them motivated. So, I mean, it's a
I'll try that on you tomorrow.
Awkward balance. Well, I'm not casting tomorrow, you and Mojo, so I wouldn't kick Mojo if I was you.
At that age.
Poor lad.
You set me up for that one. Let's be real here.
Okay. We have to not make too much noise because we don't want to wake him. So he's having his beauty sleep right now. Kaizu here on the rail, shooting up towards the castle at some blind shots there. Not really going to connect, as you can see on the minimap. The UKS has already moved away from that area and he's poised himself beside one of the TDs, which is Pratelicek. But look at this, there's a bit of a rotation coming around the south side here from eSuba.INTEL.
The timing for this rotation is kind of good because there's 150B that just left, which is Barry. But the thing is, Barry will be quick to return towards that rails. He's not far committed, and so is Maga. I don't feel like this rotation is going to work out very well, but it all depends on GoHard hitting their shots and not making an overextension anywhere.
Yep, already we can see that some of the tanks are spotted out. They know that Kaizu's over there, but nobody has a shot because of those tanks there. But actually, Kaizu gets a shot into Tomasek.
He's
there,
not spotting though, Kaizu. That's the thing. He doesn't. Now he knows.
Kaizu now sees Andrew, but I mean, there's no shot. I mean, it's really difficult to shoot past these rail carriages.
And he got a little bit lucky there that they weren't further forwards because I don't think he expected it. They are now spotted out. That kind of says the rotation for that. The rotation needs to come from GoHard. It needs to come.
Yeah, Karibari and Maga already repositioned themselves to shoot down the rails. You see Karibari in the rail yard here, shooting from the hangar or the station, whatever you want to call it. And he has a nice field of vision all the way down the south side of the map.
Yeah, you can see there. The reticles have been fixed. That's cool.
It's nice.
That's nice. Very nice.
Very nice. High five.
No, thank you. I told you I was going to leave you hanging.
Oh, man. Harsh, harsh.
9 times left, but yeah. Yeah, I think if they were further forward, they might have actually catched out Kaizu because I didn't seem like he was like fully expecting it. He was like, oh, look, thanks.
Now, Coca-Collapse just got hit on something there. Something flashed up red on a module. I couldn't see. I mean, he fixed it instantly, so I don't know if it was a module or if it was a crew member.
Is this going to pen? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. It'll be a bold shot.
Niall, don't peek right now. Don't expose yours.
Niall. Niall.
You can like see Pratelicek is like waiting to see some part of the turret, and Niall's like...
He's like, I don't have a shot, not unless he rocks back and gives it to me. Well played, Annihilator. Well played. Kaizu wanting to push up here on Lukin, but look at this from GoHard as well on the minimap. They are closing in here on eSuba, and eSuba are on the back foot now. They've lost that positional play that they had. They
might go for Frawley here or continue pushing down. We'll see what they choose to, but it's going to be a hard fight for them. I mean, they will have to fight against an E100 and FVTD with a squishy lineup.
Tomasek took a lot of shots there from Zafarchik as Maga comes around the corner now. Frawley and Ukets can shoot into him. Maga taking a lot of damage, 900 down already. But Karibari's going to want to clip out into Frawley. Ukets with a big miss right over the top of Karibari. Frawley gets a shot into him. Tomasek desperate to come around in AMX to get shots into Maga, but Maga actually forces him back. Now, GoHard are taking a lot of damage here, but they have the positional play against eSuba. Reload's about to come off. Frawley can now get shots in with the one-shooter into Karibari, who's taking a lot of damage there as well. It's not a good place for Karibari to be right now.
Zafar needs to be careful because there's actually 2 tanks pushing towards him. In the meantime, Maga's gonna have to face off against Frawley here. Frawley has only one option left, and it's to push forwards. Combat actually removes Zafar, and Collapse is gone.
Combat one-shooting Zafar as he pushed into the middle area. Failware now in the courtyard, trying to do courtyard control. Andrew's going to push back onto him. This is still going to go anyway, but Andrew's going to get a kill on Maga here, Daki, if he doesn't miss his shots, which he did. And this is unbelievable. GoHard are wrestling control over it, but they're losing it as well.
Ukats just came off reload, so he's going to do a lot of damage to Failware, who's going to take a massive amount before he gets out. Combat will get Maga and eSuba. They could make a match point here.
eSuba in the driving seat now. Failware's going to come off reload. Ukets knows not to chase him. He knows that reload's going to come off, and Ukets is going to get himself safe. Another shot out there from Failware getting actually the kill on Andrews. Kaizu is brawling with Lukin, and this does not look good for Kaizu. Desperately trying to get a shot here.
He has it. He should have it. Lukin is just about reloading. He needs to pen the top of the turret of that 113, and he does.
Massive damage there coming out from Lukin getting another kill, and it's eSuba's 4 guns to GoHard's 3 guns, and Annihilator is completely not in this fight with Pratelicek at the top. They're playing their own game, but look at this. Karibari coming round. He misses a shot on Lukin already. Bounces, misses a second one. Karibari as Lukin gets the kill on him, and Barry, that was a throw.
That was not a carry from Barry. Failware now with it all to do. He needs to pick up Lukin first. He needs to do it clean because Barry didn't. Now he has to pick up Combat as well and needs to be careful, but it's still Ukets to deal with as well.
Ukets wants to come round to get a shot on Failware. He knows that Failware has more shots as Pratelicek and Annihilator are going to face hug. This is going to be hard for Pratelicek. He needs to try and get the shots into that turret. He needs to get the... Annihilator's going to keep it moving. He does connect 730 into another one, but Annihilator's going to put his shot into the top cupola of Pratelicek, and this is going to be... Oh, a big miss there from Annihilator, and this is a horrible duel between them.
Failware strike. Ukets should get the kill, and he does!
Oh my God! GoHard, you're going to lose this one, lads. eSuba are going to go 4-1 up, and this is a nightmare start. A nightmare. A nightmare.
Flip him.
Oh, no, it's not going to happen. Oh, but the cameraman's on tilt. Oh my God, Daki, what's happening here? As Pratalicek does get the kill, and eSuba 4-1 up against GoHard, and this was not something anyone could have predicted right now.
That was not pretty.
Whew.
That was not pretty from GoHard.
That was some individual, some key individual misplays there.
Collapse dying. Did he kind of...
Zafar getting...
Froley killed.
Froley
killed Collapse, right?
Zafar getting knocked into another map there.
Yeah. Yeah.
From the FE.
Dude, Barry bound? No, shaky aim syndrome. Yes. I think he watched some sheesh videos.
I think Barry's been watching my replay against me trying to kill somebody else that didn't go well. But well, you know.
It's like Barry had 3 shots. He had 2 before Lucan reloaded, and the first one should have hit. He didn't connect the first one, and then the second one. It's an E100, Barry.
I mean, this is huge.
If he kills the E100, I think they win that round.
If they don't do this, Kaznakru have a match in hand.
Yeah, if they throw away the points
and
here,
the next
Kazna
match
can get ahead.
GoHard to play is Kaznakru.
They need the points here.
No, actually, the next one GoHard play is Ding, then they play Kaznakru.
Yeah, so they can throw away
so
points
if GoHard go down here, this could be horrible. It will knock them right off the 1-2 contestant completely, and it'll be Kaznakru and Ding sitting on 1-2.
It's not good for GoHard. I mean,
God,
they need to pick up these 2 points here. They really, really need to do
Pratalicek
it.
soloed Annihilator.
Yes, he did. That's the only thing he did in this round.
3,200.
But if Barry kills Lucan, between him and Failware, they can win this round, I think.
Did Zafar even get a shot off when he came over? It was like, hey guys!
Zafar was in a bad position. I don't know what to say, honestly. GoHard had this round, but yeah.
That was crazy. They had control of the map. They knew that E3 was out the fight, but I mean at the same time Annihilator was out the fight. It was just between the two of them, and you know the E3 was able to advance an Annihilator all the way. I mean he was able to get right up into his face.
But that was fine though for GoHard, because if they should win the trades on the other side of the map, but they didn't. Collapse there dying towards Froley, I think it was a mistake, because there was a 50B coming around and he should have arguably killed him. Yeah, Zafar there. I think he got 1 shot. Let me just quickly check. Let me check for you.
Now, let's see.
No, he took 2 shots.
He took 2 shots.
But still.
Now, in fairness, we have already seen a team be 4-1 up this evening already, and then lose the sweep. Now, I know you're laughing because you've seen the lineup already for round 2.
This was something I was discussing with Zafar.
You know, it could be like, don't call it a comeback, you know?
This was something I was discussing with Zafar as a possibility on Himmelsdorf. I'm very interested and I can't wait to get into it.
Yes, I guess let's have a look at those lineups and see why Daki is smiling so much here for what we're going to see on round 2 on Himmelsdorf. Now, will it work for GoHard?
This is something I talked about with a few guys as well. Like, just on TeamSpeak casually, like 34 mouses on Himmelsdorf, it can work. It needs to be done step by step. You can go down the 0 line, you go B0, you get a mouse to side scrape, you push them away from the corner, you go next corner, you push them away, you go next corner, you push them away, and then you need to get 1 mouse on the cap and put a Batcha behind him on the A line. That's perhaps what they're going to go for. Maybe they'll prove me wrong differently, but that's really where the mouses will shine.
Now, GoHard are famous for, or not famous, but GoHard are well known for grouping up in the south on attack and not actually pushing the attack until the very last minute. Will they do it here, round 2 on Himmelsdorf? Let's find out as we can jump into the battle. GoHard are the red side attacking and eSuba are the blue side defending, and it looks like a hill rush Daki here from GoHard.
Yep, it does look like a hill rush. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be like what I predicted. I think most likely we'll have to see.
Just look at this. Just look at this with the mouse flying up that hillside as we look at the viewpoint here from eSuba, who are actually charging down the rails. And Daki, you look like you have some crayons in your hand here.
Yep, so let's go. I mean, we have some time to talk about it here. Arguably, what GoHard needs to do first is obviously go onto the hill. Then this. This corner here. You need to push them away from these positions here, here, and here. Obviously, eSuba don't have TD available to them that can sit over here. That can't do a lot of damage. Then next thing you need to do is take this corner here, push them away from here, and then do the same thing here on this corner, and then take it on towards the cap. If you do that, well, then you're going to win the game. Most likely.
Yep. Now, while you were doing that, the tanks of GoHard grouped up at H9, and they were able to shoot along, sorry, H9, G9, they were able to shoot down the G-line road and actually do a good bit of damage there on the tanks of eSuba already. But I mean, GoHard, now they've got like almost a 5k advantage.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard for Suwa to deal with this. Like I said, they don't have that TT to snipe from B3, so it's going to be a step-by-step process. When the mouses get there, go over in group. If eSuba is there to fight, they're going to lose. They're going to die. It's over for them already. They might even get Froley before that, because I really don't like his position over there.
This is cheeky. They can see Andrew as well, and Andrew's getting shot at down the bottom here. Now they're shooting across into that area where they were. They knew he was last spotted. As Kaizu in the back chat is trying to give them as much information as possible. And it looks like they're going to be okay here in the mouse. I mean, eSuba are going to have to react to it as Lukin takes another shot there. And look at the health already from eSuba. They haven't even got a single shot landed back on GoHard. And now the HP deficit is almost 7k.
Lukin is still not safe, by the way. He's going to die at one point, I think. He's not fully safe, it doesn't look like that, but they've taken so much advantage here, GoHard. This is good. I really like that, you know, like I really like that I discussed this as a possibility, and it's now coming out. That's like kind of makes me happy in a sense.
To make you happy, Daki. Happy Daki is always a good Daki.
Yeah, because like it kind of, you know, shows. Like
what you should say to them is, guys, have you ever thought about two T95s on steps?
I'll
and
try.
just try and sell it to a team.
I'll try. But at least I got to sell this, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, now the first step will be here. Like they need to go to this corner and push back anybody on the corner. So one mouse will probably side scrape, or the I7 will peek, or something like that. Somebody will peek pretty much. They know the positions. Somebody will side scrape. Somebody should side scrape. There we go. They will push back UCATs. Failware's going to cross over.
That's an unusual way of side scraping, but side
Yeah.
armor, best armor.
Okay, well, I mean, look at the damage that they're doing.
Andrew taking a truck ton of damage back here. He's going to try and get another shot, but I mean, good luck trying to get through that. Caribari just rolls down the hill as an absolute juggernaut here. And GoHard taking the first damage here. It's only a shot into Failware, but look at this already from eSuba and how much damage they've taken. It's almost double HP now.
Bro, this game is over.
Is done and dusted.
This is over. Like the next step for GoHard is this: one or two mouses on the A-line cap. They side scrape off of each other. And you put 239 bachelors behind it. With eSuba's HP, what on earth can they possibly do against it? I mean, there comes the mouse. It will be one mouse with 239 bachelors. I said this will work as well. They have the angle covered. I said one mouse. Andrew dies. Like, what's going on here? Like, yeah, guys, it took a lot of damage for that, but they have so much HP available to them. So now mouse will get on the cap. Double 39 bachelor behind it. That will be triple cap pressure. And good luck, eSuba, trying to reset this base.
This is straight up bullying here from GoHard. This is the kind of lineups that used to get on Runeberg when teams would try and do that, just try and bully their way over into the carb circle and force the other team to come at them. Combat taking a massive amount of damage here as well, as Coca-Collapse can just spit out shots from where he is. The two Batchats hiding behind Coca-Collapse, as you said, Daki. Three-man cap, and they can kill Coca-Collapse, but good luck trying to get round to get the shots on Zafarchik or Maga, because you're going to have to cross the fire of GoHard. This is done and dusted. It's over.
They need to cross double crossfire. Niall will spot them crossing through the 5 line and the 8 line. There's crossfire from the top. There's crossfire from the A line. eSuba, this round is over, and this is like, look at the HP left. It's 13,000. It gets 4,800.
It's ridiculous. We have never seen a team finish with so much HP here. We're down to 13 seconds. I mean, he can continue to shoot Coca-Collapse, but it doesn't matter. You can see him turning his turret to make sure there's no splash damage. Practically check doing a suicide run here. He's going to try and go around to get the reset. It doesn't matter, though. We're down to 1 second. He does get a connection there, but he needs to shoot another one here as Coca-Collapse is able to block. He's going to go backwards. It is 0 seconds. There is a reset, but it doesn't matter. eSuba are just throwing themselves away here at the end, just like lemmings jumping off a cliff into the guns of GoHard, and this is it done and dusted. It's going to be GoHard bringing this one back 4-2.
Yeah, GoHard is doing it, and what a performance on this round.
10k left still on the board right now.
Well, it was 11. It was 10.9. What a mouse play. It makes me happy to see that so early. It makes me happy that I predicted something.
10k still on the board to end in a match with. That's insane.
It generally makes me very happy that something I said would happen, like a few days ago, actually happened.
Well done. Well done.
It's a really good tactic, though. Like, I generally...
Give yourself a pat in the back.
No, that will look too awkward. But it's generally, like, really good, I think, in essence, because they crossed. I guess Failware just crossed because they were like, we have like so much HP, let's just go.
Yeah.
Stop wasting time. But eSuba took so much initial damage. Like, I think against this lineup, you can take none initial damage. If you do, then there's a situation here where you have no HP left when you have to push in. And you can do it step for step. I7 behind that hold down is actually really well because he will spot and he can hold if they push 8 line as well. You have a mouse with 2 to 9 batches on the cap, which means that if you push around the mouse, what is there waiting for you? Double 2 9 batch.
Double 2 9 batches clip out into you as well, yeah. So top damage here, Kaizu 2.7. I mean, he is someone that we've said before is always the consistent damage dealer. He's certainly been, I think, one of the most step-up players here, along with Failware for GoHard. I think there's been a lot of situations where GoHard would have found themselves in losing matches had it not been solely for the antics of Failware and especially Kaizu this season.
Like, I really feel eSuba has an issue with things that they can't predict as well.
This is something we've talked about in the past with eSuba.
They lost on Ghost Town against something they couldn't predict with triple mouse, I think it was, triple mouse. And now again, triple mouse, something they seem not to be aware of how it's going to play out. And honestly, like against triple mouse, taking the courtyard in such a fashion, I don't understand. They took like 3,000, 4,000 initial damage before the mouse even got into play.
I mean, look at that. I mean, Frawley only got 1 shot out. Andrew only got 1 shot out. Looking got no shots out. I mean,
it's just not enough. It's
and
really
you need
not
those
good.
50 Bs to do the damage on the mouse as well.
Against this lineup, you cannot take that initial damage. You cannot. You're gonna need all your HP for the fight. Like, you know, you're going to need all your HP for the fight because you need to trade better than they do because they have more HP, they have more armor. And they had nothing. They really had, in that entire round, they had nothing going for them.
Yeah.
They didn't take the right positions to counter it. I really think going courtyard against this is the worst thing because you know they have 4 pretty slow tanks. I mean, being the IS-7 and 3 mouses, you can realistically afford to send a scout into the middle to spot if the mouses cross over the K line, and that's enough. Because if the mouse is not there, then the rest of the team's pretty much not going to be there either. So, arguably, I don't know. I really didn't like the way eSuba set up to deal with this. You know pretty much it's going to go 0 line.
Now we're going to be going into Prokhorovka. So let's have a look at the lineups here. GoHard have been having a bit of good fortune here on Prokhorovka recently, but they have had some bad matches. And eSuba on defense here, Daki, going with double IS-7 and an S-tank.
Double IS-7 and an S-tank. They don't really have that good gun depression tank for the eastern side if they need to defend that. So perhaps they'll send the... No, what will they send over there? Perhaps they'll send some batches there, 2, 3, maybe to cover it off. Going to be interesting to see. I think GoHard can maybe take control of that eastern side and play from that point on like we saw Gunrunners do.
I think in the GoHard lineup, it's probably going to have to go that way because if they do something like a 1-2 push, which has worked for them, I think they did it actually against Kazna Crew. They only have the 1-1-3 to lead the charge, and that's not really... I mean, usually they take the IS-7 to lead a charge, something like that. So, yeah, I think you're right. I think GoHard's going to be pushing up the east side of the map. I mean, perhaps they could do that push over the rail right in the middle that we saw, like, you know, to the left-hand side of the rails. We've saw it happen once, but we also saw it countered quite hard last week. It looks like the team completely read it because they set up everyone defensively in the middle.
GoHard could still possibly go 1-2 line.
True.
But they've done it before, so it would make sense to change it up. But they've pulled it off successful. That makes it perhaps...
They are the masters of the mind games, GoHard. So, I mean, it's still dangerous for them. At the end of the day, eSuba still have match point. GoHard could make one silly mistake, and then bam, eSuba can just say, okay, guys, there's a gap, let's go for it. Well, let's jump into the round here on Prokhorovka and see if that can actually happen for them. Okay, now GoHard splitting up their forces, Daki. They're sending the Batchats to the 1-2 line, and they're sending the heavies into the middle and Maga on the right-hand side. So it's a fairly standardized, I would say, start off here from GoHard.
Yeah, GoHard going with a standard setup that is very true. Just getting the information in the beginning. Nice connection there already in the beginning. On towards UCAT.
Yeah, I was going to say, I saw that he had these tracks damaged, but didn't actually see the actual damage that came out. So a little sneaky shot there from Zavarchik.
Frawley is very far up here.
Failware's actually spotted already.
He'll take some damage. He shoot? No, he didn't.
Well, not if Frawley can't connect the shots. Tomasek actually a hyper-aggressive spot further up there, Daki.
Yeah, but spotting earlier kind of tells you as well, higher, closer, all that kind of stuff. Like, the spotting checks are really important. Depends on like also where Zafar gets spotted. He makes circles now. Can kind of start pinpointing the bush. If it's a high bush, you're gonna get spotted in like a low area where you just about can see, and it kind of tells you something. I think like right now, Niall would figure out that he can't be spotted unless he's in one of the higher bushes.
Coca-Cola just playing peekaboo in this middle area. And so I think it's always funny when we see the 113s and we see IS-7s doing it in this area, because like you said, they're not tanks that are well known for their gun depression when they play trades like this.
But they have the thirds. They have the thirds necessary. The E5 doesn't with the Cupola, especially after the patch. It has to be one of those sturdy Russian turrets.
Russian stellinium armor, as they say in randoms. Very strong armor.
Thomas Tech actually relocated now. That's interesting. Niall should figure out he's not getting spotted anymore, because they were starting to figure out it was one of the more aggressive bushes. Zafar is going to get some info on the eastern side, though. That's going to be interesting if he takes down the 0 line and doesn't spot anybody, spots A6. There is nobody. If he spots the IS-7, that kind of already says, okay, we know what they're doing.
Yep, we're looking here at the moment of Tomasek sitting in his bush, but on the mini-map you can see on the right-hand side, you see Zafarchik has pushed all the way up and he has Maga over his shoulder. Now, Zafar's able to tell his team, hey guys, I'm over here, nobody's spotting me, so we have a bit of breathing room on this side, so they're all on your side.
Yeah, Zafar not getting spotted here. He's going to make a shot. That tells him nobody on that bushes where we see sometimes tanks play. Now the question is, going to go for more info? Yes, because his team's starting to relocate towards him.
Karibari, Failware and Kaiser are all going to rotate now around the far side of the map. They're all coming straight away on the K-line, absolutely making sure there's no way they can get spotted. Whilst Annihilator pops up a little bit in the middle just to distract eSuba, keep the attention focused on him. And it looks like GoHard are going to go for a hard rotation here, Daki. They're going to go all the way south, as far south as they can go, and then I guess they're going to come over the hill and go down that side. But, I mean, eSuba, no real movement for them in retaliation to this. I don't think they suspect anything at all.
I think they're willing to give up that side. That's what their positions are saying. They're willing to fight once GoHard has taken that side at the rails. Now, GoHard needs to be careful not to give away too much information, because if all these bad shots get spotted out, then Niall and Coca-Collapse are in trouble.
Yep. They will get collapsed upon, or they will get annihilated.
Haha!
Hey, that didn't sound fake at all, Daki. I'm really happy you left that one.
I knew when you started doing it that the second one was coming in, so I was like, oh.
I was like, I was worth a try. Now, here comes the grouping of GoHard. Combat's not going to see anything, and GoHard are going to go heavy down this right-hand side, Daki. I mean, is it going to play in their favour?
We'll have to find out. Collapse is trying to make it so he doesn't take any damage for this. He wants Lukin to fire at him so he can go over. If Lukin doesn't fire soon, then he'll have to do it anyways.
Karibari and Failware are spotted. Zafarchik's not been spotted yet. Combat does see them. Now, what are eSuba going to do in retaliation to this? Tomasek is starting to move down the rails. Combat has a shot missed at him. And we see damage going back into Coca-Collapse. But now, GoHard have complete control of this east side. Now, eSuba are starting to rotate, Daki, and this could be the danger again. If GoHard go for triple cap, eSuba are not going to be in a position for resets. But, I mean, GoHard might go GoHard indeed over the rails here.
I don't think they're going to commit onto combat. It's an IS-7. It's not that easy to deal with. Collapse, though, needs to be careful because their SDRV from the back lines could easily pin him down.
Collapse taking another shot there as he peeked in the middle. Now, 3 tanks from eSuba are non-factors here. GoHard could have an advantage. They're doing it with a 1 cap at the moment. It is Zafarchik in the cap circle. It's a nice shot there from Coca-Collapse into Lukin for 4-2-4.
It's actually Niall from the SDB, but same thing applies. They're just trying to 1-2 combo him, get him to peek up and then shoot him from behind. The gap has started though, so I mean eSuba is going to have to be getting ready to reset. But the question is, who's actually going to reset this? Who's going to commit to get this one? Because they don't have the SDB, they don't have any hold-on tanks.
Yep, it's a 2-man cap at the moment, and the actual reset came over from Combat getting a shot into there, so we're down to 36 seconds at the moment. Now, at the very south of the map, Tomasek has came over, but you have Maga in that Overwatch position up on high. He can tell his team, hey guys, watch out, someone's coming round, as Andrew's trying to peek over and get shots. Where our resets came in, actually the tanks moved off here, Daki, so it looks like they're trying to bait eSuba into a fight here, but I have to be careful as Failware takes another shot there, but he does get one into Combat. I mean, it's actually Kaizu that gets a shot into Combat as Combat peeked over and got a shot into Failware. And
unnecessary for Failware to take that connection there. He actually handbrake turn on the spot, that's why he took it. Damage taken for GoHard is not good. They need to be careful, because Tomasek is coming from behind with Protelichek.
Yeah, Maga actually moved down off of the hill, so Maga can't say, hey guys, there's somebody up on the hills. Carryberry took a lot of damage doing a peak there. Maga is desperate to go over there. He's building up speed. I think he wants to roll over and get a kill in combat. Froley's taking a little bit of damage in the S-tank, and Tomasek from the back is now actually starting to shoot Daki. Pratelicek is now down south as well, and this could go bad for GoHard. They could find themselves here in a horrible surround, and eSuba actually are looking in control here, and remember, they're on match point as well.
This is bad for GoHard. They're down a lot of HP, and Filware will have to deal with Tomasek on the hill, one-on-one, and Pratelicek is still there. First one misses even from Filware. Second one doesn't, but now he needs to commit onto Tomasek or he's going to die towards him.
Yep, Tomasek's going to come back and get a shot in. A little bit wobbly there from Tomasek with the aiming. Favor's not sure. Kaizu and Maga go over into combat, but looking at damage going out here. Kaizu and Maga, this could be a suicide rush here actually. Kaizu might go down for this. Maga, oh actually Kaizu does go down. They get the kill onto the IS-7. Maga is over here all on his own. One more shot and he goes down. And Daki, I think this was the beginning of the end. This is going to be the big team fight that seals the deal for one team or the other right now.
I think right now GoHard is not doing that bad. I mean, Tomasek and Pratelicek are still out of the right here. Niall has to back off, and Lukin's still alive, which is a big factor. Zafar didn't kill him. Somebody needs to take down this IS-7.
Lukin actually goes down. It's Annihilator gets the kills. He peeks over the rails. Zafarchik taking a huge amount of damage. One more shot and he's going to go down. Maga is also on a one shot, as is Failware, so GoHard need to protect their HP. This is really dangerous. eSuba still have 4 tanks with a lot of health on them, and there's a lot of tanks here from GoHard on one shot.
This is over, this is over, this is done. 1,600 HP left for GoHard, and just too much for eSuba, and they're going to do it.
eSuba taking GoHard 5-2 here, and this is an absolute nightmare for GoHard's title hopes right now of getting first or second place.
Yeah, this is not good whatsoever. GoHard making too many mistakes along the way, losing a map to 0, didn't recover from it whatsoever. I mean, yes, they recovered 1 round, but 5-2 is not a good scoreline for them.
Now, I mean, let's take nothing away here from eSuba. This has been great for them. This is really good for them as well. It helps them move further up the board. It helps them secure that 6th place minimum and even go up into 5th place. They are going to step ahead of Oops because of games in hand.
It nullifies Gunrunner's result.
It's very dangerous as well for GoHard, because as I said, GoHard's next matches are going to be against Ding, then against Casting Crew, and then finally Gunrunners. The Gunrunners match could mean absolutely nothing, because if they don't win against Ding and Casting Crew, they're in 3rd place.